Okay, Aquarius, you guys are up. This is your general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for January 2020. As always, this is a general reading, so not everything may apply to you, or it may apply in different ways for different people. And you can always schedule an individual reading with me by clicking the link to my calendar in the comments below. What's going on for Aquarius in January? There we go. Okay, so at the center of whatever you have going on this month, Aquarius, it kind of revolves around having gotten your feelings hurt about something that didn't go the way you wanted it to, about, like feeling like your world kind of crumbled in some way, feeling like focusing on the negative of things where the shit hit the fan. Wow, holy cow. So this is kind of a big deal. Like this feeling, you're coming off of a feeling of having like the rug pulled out from under you, like there's something that happened recently probably that makes you feel like the rug was pulled out from under you, and it may have been like on an emotional, well, then the shit hits the fan and then you're like, what the fuck? And feelings hurt, right? And focusing on the negative and having a little bit of trouble recently, like getting back in the driver's seat of your life. Feeling pulled in two directions, right? Do I do this? Do I do this? Now that this shit happened and I have to deal with this, or I don't want to deal with this, what do I do now, right? So this is very much a karmic situation for you. And I don't mean that in a like, people can get these ideas of karma where it's like you get what you deserve sort of thing. That's not really, that's not really what karma is. And like, it's really kind of like a, how do I say this? it's just a rude, it's a gross, like a rude, gross interpretation of karma, right? So we all go there at times, like, when we get pissed off at something that happened, well, karma will get you kind of thing, right? And so that's not really kind of what karma is. That's more of our ego's interpretation of karma, right? And so I don't mean it that way, and I also don't mean it in that whatever this situation that you've been going through is not punishment. Karma is not punishment, right? It's really not. So what this is, so when I say this is a karmic situation, this is healing a situation that was painful, that you karmically, in essence, had like a soul contract with someone to go through, right? So that's what I mean by karma, like a soul contract sort of thing, where this is going to play out. This may be painful. We're going to play these roles for each other, and we're going to allow each other to go through this painful process for the purpose of healing these things that may have happened and may be related to something in a past life, or, previously in this life, either way. But this is about growth and healing, right? And that's more like what karma is kind of this energetic, purposeful work sort of thing. So again, starting out with, again, this feeling of having your feelings hurt, like the shit hit the fan, like things were going well and then the shit hit the fan, and feeling pulled in two directions. What do I do? What do I do? And it's about taking back the reins, getting back in the driver's seat of your life, taking back control of your life. Okay, let's see. Moving forward here. Yeah, so what you're working towards, oh wow, 2 kings. Amazing. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, I love it. Okay. So what this is working towards major accomplishments for you. And now here's the thing. We've got a lot of things going on astrologically this month and this whole year, really, but definitely starting out this month, that overall big picture are related to we as humans experience growth often through pain, right? I mean, we can all reference September 11th and how painful that was and how much growth came from that and how much unity and love and people coming together came from that. Like, that's just one example. That's one big example that everyone, I think, gets pretty quickly. And so again, like what you're working through in January is bringing about huge, tremendous accomplishments for you on an emotional level, huge accomplishments for you on a spiritual level, really connecting to and listening to the intuitive messages that like your higher power sends you, and really bringing about a bright new sunny beginning, where you get back in the driver's seat of your life, you take the reins, you take control, and you work through these karmic issues of pain that bring about emotional and spiritual growth for you. That's, wow. Yeah, it's not easy work. But again, like this is just one of those things where we as humans often experience huge growth through painful experiences. We don't always have to, but it just tends to be one of those things that often, pain can be a catalyst for massive growth. So January is really about accomplishments and new beginnings. And again, part of this feels like you've been betrayed in some way. Part of this feels like you've been stabbed in the back in some way. Some of you may actually even be experiencing physical back pain. And again, like if that's the case, either way, whether it's emotional or physical back pain, it's your body's way of getting your attention. Oh, let's see, just checking in. Hi, Sylvia. Is this past life stuff or current? So it's gonna manifest differently for different people, and it could be both too, Sylvia. So when I was up here talking about like, working through a karmic situation, it could very much be related to past life stuff with someone who you are also in connection with in this current lifetime and maybe have had a past life with, and working out and playing out some of that karmic lessons and energies. Or it could be related to something, painful wounds that you've experienced earlier on in this lifetime, and now playing out with another person in this lifetime, but the energy is the same, the karmic lesson is the same or similar, and it could also even be related to past lives as well too. So again, being a general reading, it's probably going to manifest differently for different people, but it's possible to be both also. Okay, so again, I apologize, guys, if I don't get to your questions right away. There's a delay on the comments, so you may put a comment and I may not see it for a few minutes. Okay, so more energies operating in this situation. Again, what I was saying was whether you're feeling like you were stabbed in the back emotionally, or experiencing physical back pain, or even both in some way, that's your body's way of calling out for attention for something that needs to be resolved, right? So this is what's It's your body's way of saying, hey, 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 focus on me right here. Hey, look at this, right? This is opportunity for healing right here, right? This is related to something probably karmic that you're healing right now, right? So focus on this. It's like the kid who's raising their hand in class, you know? So pay attention to that, right? Because you really, really, really are in January moving through this, healing this, feeling emotionally accomplished, feeling spiritually accomplished as you move through this, and starting a new beginning, right? Starting a new physical beginning, like physically embodying your emotions in a new way, physically embodying your spirituality in a new way after having gone through a really painful experience. And things are really starting to go your way, like getting what you want. I mean, to the point of almost feeling gluttonous about how amazing life can be after you've moved through a really painful experience. It's a bright new sunny beginning in so many levels. So even though something may have been incredibly painful, it's really been a catalyst for bringing about huge growth for you. This is also true for me too, Rhonda. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. I love and appreciate the feedback. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so yep. Okay, so it's not easy, like I feel you guys. It is not easy. Just like September 11th was not easy, right? It was so, like, words. I get emotional even just thinking about it again. It is so painful, right? And so it's like your own little mini, and I'm not even going to say that because that minimizes it, and I do not want to minimize this, or compare it to something else that catastrophic, because anything that you're feeling where you feel like the rug's been pulled out from under you, you may feel like you've been betrayed in some way or had your feelings hurt in some way, it is painful no matter what you compare it to. Like, your experience of it is painful, and along with that requires a process of grieving, of sadness, of feeling like something is lost, feeling this internal conflict between wanting to grieve all of this and wanting to start the new as well, right? So like literally give yourself time to process any grief or sadness or pain around it, because there's no timeline for grief or sadness, and it comes in waves. Like, seriously, Google the stages of grieving by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. It goes in all different directions, and there's no one way to do it. There's no wrong way to do it. But it is important to do it, right? To go through whatever grieving and letting go of things, and accepting, right? Acceptance is one of the phases of grief that you get to at some point. And then you may even bounce around through all of them again, and that's okay. The whole process of going through all of that is going to bring up internal conflict within yourself. It may even result in external conflict with other people as you process your stuff. And that's okay. It won't last forever. And it's all about righting these wrongs, right? It's all about finding justice in some way for healing like this painful situation for you. Okay, we're going to go with 72 Names of God card next. Alrighty. Oh, wow. Fear of God. Okay, so I'm aware of the divine sparks in every person. Their true essence is awakened in my heart. I become wiser in the ways of the world. I perceive the repercussions of my every word and deed, and I know that sharing acts towards others are always in my own best interest. Again, so this, I think, speaks to any situation where you may feel betrayed by somebody, right? Their true essence is awakened in my heart, right? Again, this is a karmic thing. Like, anyone who has hurt you so badly has come into this world agreeing to play this painful role for you to help be a catalyst for this growth on an emotional and spiritual level for you. So like, they've done a very brave thing, which was not easy for them either. That's going to get me teary. So anyone who has hurt you, their true essence is awakened in your heart. And you perceive the repercussions of your every word and deed, and know that sharing acts towards others is always in your best interest. So, if you have conflict with another person, it does not mean you have to stay in contact with them. Every person's situation is going to be unique and different. Again, this is a general reading. But just because you've gone through something painful, because you've had your feelings hurt, because you've had the rug pulled out from underneath you or whatever, does not mean that you have to become and embody that type of energy, right? Where you then start doing that to other people as well, right? You can use this as spiritual growth, as emotional growth for yourself, and know that sharing acts towards others doesn't have to be the same person that you've had the conflict with, but your own growth helps you interact with others in a more positive way. Yeah, okay. We're going to do the inspiration card next. Two of them. I like it. Oh, three of them. Wow, triple inspiration. I love it. Beautiful. Fear of God, and then summon the well-being of God. I love it. So when you remember to summon the well-being of God and know that you're always connected to this source, it is then that you're said to be inspired. Each and every one of us represents God or spirit revealing itself here on our planet. Again, whoever may have hurt you in some way is also representing God or spirit on some level on this planet. Again, like, this is what I mean by karmic situation, not like what I was saying before about, punishment. Karma is not punishment. It's like soul contract type stuff, which helps lend itself to forgiveness later on after the grieving process. Because you can't do a spiritual bypass and be like, oh, thank you for playing this role for me, I forgive you, blah, blah, blah. No, like that's just stuffing it, really working through and every phase of grieving and processing stuff is what truly brings about the accomplishment on an emotional level and the accomplishment on a spiritual level, and allows for the new beginning, the new embodiment of after that kind of thing, right? Okay, next we have pray in solitude. Make peace with silence and remind yourself that it is in this space that you'll come to remember your spirit. When you're able to transcend an aversion to silence, you'll also transcend many other miseries. And it is in this silence that the remembrance of God will be activated. Again, connecting with yourself, and allowing all of your emotions, even the painful ones. Okay, and then after all of that, that's when we get to create that vision. So you're working through this, right? This is not going to be a forever thing. Like, pain does not last forever. It can last for however long you want it to, but actually feeling it and allowing it is what's going to help actually move through it, because stuffing it actually just keeps it there longer. Okay, so even if you don't know what you should be doing or what your mission is, you need to practice creating that vision anyway. Remind yourself that before long, the all-creating source will bring your vision into your physical life in ways greater than you could have imagined. I love that. Okay, and finally last, the romance card. Whoa, which was like ready to jump out. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Wow. Okay, so here's the deal with romance. So, Aquarius, you guys are working through a lot of stuff, right? And so focus on yourself first. I'll take it. Yes, Rhonda. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. I love it. I love it. I love it. And, you know, again, like what an amazing, you know, reward for this deep, deep healing work, right? I love that. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. This is your reading for January, and I will see you guys soon.